Property can be divided into two categories: real property and personal property. Real property is land, all things attached to the land, and all rights inherent with that land. Generally speaking, real property are things that are immovable, as opposed to personal property, which are things that are movable, such as a chair. Another way to help you remember is to keep in mind that personal property goes with a person, and real property goes with the real estate. Severance is changing an item from real property to personal property by detaching it from the land, for example, cutting down a tree. Annexation is the addition to property by the act of attaching a smaller item to a larger property, as in attaching personal property to real property. When personal property becomes incorporated into the land as part of the real property, you have created a fixture. For example, a sink becomes a fixture when it is annexed to the plumbing outlet. Another example of a fixture would be a chandelier, as it is an item that was movable but is now attached to the property. But when does a fixture officially become a fixture? For this, we remember the name MARIA. MARIA is an acronym that stands for Method, Adaptability, Relationship, Intention, and Agreement. Method. Is the item permanently affixed to the wall, ceiling, or flooring by using nails, glue, cement, pipes, or screws? You may be able to unscrew or remove a light fixture, but it was affixed and will probably be considered to be a fixture as implied by the very name. Adaptability. If the item becomes an integral part of the home, it cannot be removed, such as a pool covering. A pool covering is movable, but because it is an integral part of the property, it is a fixture and thus considered real property. This is one of the examples for why we say personal property is movable is a general rule, not an absolute rule. Relationship. If the dispute is between tenant and landlord, the tenant is likely to win. If the dispute is between buyer and seller, the buyer is likely to prevail. Intention. If you need it to be permanent, it is a fixture. If you installed a built-in bookcase or planted a rose bush, they would be intended to be permanent. So thus, it would be a fixture. Agreement. Purchase contracts usually contain a clause that define the items that will be included in the sale, and thus what would be considered a fixture. Does all this apply to a business as well? A trade fixture is a type of fixture that is used in the operation of a business. Trade fixtures, unlike the normal fixture, remains the tenant's property, hence they are personal property. That includes if they are immovable. For example, the dentist chair would be a trade fixture as the chair is being used for the dentist's business. Even though it is attached to the property, the dentist will take that chair with him when he moves to a different location.